Welcome to Smash Writing. I am Paul. Today I am your host, and today we are going to get ready to rumble. No, wait, no. No, that's back in January. No, we are going to do predictions on the Super Bowl of wrestling, the Stanley Cup of wrestling, the World Series of wrestling. What are the NBA finals called? Never mind. Either way, you know what we're talking about. And we're doing WrestleMania predictions. And on the card, we have 13 matches. And I wasn't going to do a predictions, but Justin reminded me. And he's like, hey, WrestleMania is coming up this weekend. Are you going to do predictions? I'm like, oh, fine. I'm going to do predictions. Sure, whatever. We know WrestleMania is 2 nights, which I want to make it clear. I am totally against WrestleMania being 2 nights. If you want to make night one, make it 1 night but super long, totally fine. But I think this doing because if you bought tickets, right now, the matches that are confirmed for WrestleMania Day 1 is probably going to be a lot of hell better than Night 2. The only matches that are confirmed for Night 2 is roughly the main event of Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, which we understand is the biggest selling point no matter what. But nevertheless, I'm just kind of like, I would not really want to pay to go see Night 2. I would get tickets to get to Night 1. Anyway, let's get into predictions. Let's get into what is predicted to be Night 1's matches. Now, no, we don't have this in any particular order, as you know, because we don't really know if this is actually the card, but we do know the matches. Bam! Let's go. Thank you, ma'am. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. In all seriousness now, I know I can be wacky and goofy, that's just my persona, but the first match we have Austin Theory versus John Cena for the U.S. title. John Cena is now part-timer. Let's be real. If he's going to give you 1 or 2 months, and then he's done for the year, you would probably want to save him for the big feuds like this. Well, not a feud, but big matches. Big pay-per-view events, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Paper like that. So you're not going to really give him this U.S. title. And honestly, you're still trying to get Austin Theory over, so making him lose the title and then not really having him in any type of storyline after this would just pretty much be just go ahead and release him, because you're not going to watch him if he's in a feud right now with somebody else for no real reason. So I'm going to go with winner, Austin Theory. I don't know if it won't be a clean win. It probably won't be a clean win. But since John Cena did that epic promo about him being boring and piping the sound, they'll probably have him win somewhat with interference of, cheating somehow and be like, look, he beat John Cena. Next match is Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. I am not a fan of them bringing in outsiders, non-trained, and so forth. I do like Logan Paul as a person in the sense of everything he accomplished. He's getting all these contracts to do all these things, and it's really, really great. But when you hear rumors about what they want to do with Seth Rollins, maybe possibly being in the title picture for WrestleMania Backlash in May or whenever the hell it is, to be honest with you, then you probably shouldn't have him lose. Because Logan Paul, he's drawing the boos, he's drawing the hatred. He's actually getting a better hatred crowd reaction than ever before, because now they're just getting sick of him. But you're also building Seth Rollins as a good guy that's always over with the crowd, and you're probably going to eventually put the title on him again in the near future. And I do think a WrestleMania loss, or at least a clean loss, would really hurt his chances. But then I do think how every time these two have interacted, Seth has taken the beating. I do think it would probably be safe to say that Seth will be the winner of this match. So now you got Trish, Lita versus Becky. Not versus Becky, with Becky to fight against Damage Control. Lita and Becky right now are keeping these titles relevant. It seems like for now, both tag team divisions, that WWE is not the best way that they can to avoid these titles and making a big deal about them is by keeping them on superstars that probably shouldn't really have them. I think the Usos right now as a tag team don't need the titles to be over. Right now they're with the Bloodline storyline, and that alone is bigger than the titles. I think that's the case here. Damage Control really is like the only women's tag team that has a name. Everybody else is just around. So it's probably safer to keep it on a part-time like Lita and a superstar like Becky. So my winner, I know it's not for the women's title, so let me correct it. It's not for the women's title because it's a 6-woman tag match. But I am still going to go to give it, because you want the Hall of Famers to look strong. You want the tag titles to look strong. You want your superstar to look strong. And that's all those elements are on Team Becky. So, match number 3, Becky, Trish, and Lita. There you go. Oh, God, this match, when I wrote this down a little bit ago, I'm just like, good God. Make this like a 2-minute match. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I'm giving Brock the win. Rumors are that this could be his last match. I don't think so. He just probably hasn't signed a new contract yet. And I think his time is starting to come and pass anyway. Where would he, let him go on a break for like a year, then bring him back or something? Sure. But I am going to give this match to Brock. The fact that Omos is even on this WrestleMania card is a joke to me. He's not over with the fans. Even pairing him with MVP doesn't help. So I'm giving it to Brock. Belair versus Ahsoka. Whatever. This is up and down for me. In some ways, I feel like Belair's title run, which has been going on for a year, she has been a very dominating champion, a very great champion. But it does seem like she's not, how can I say this? Seems like her crowd reaction is not getting there anymore. Still a good pop, still a great pop. Then you have Ahsoka, and if I'm mispronouncing her name, again, I know why I don't know. I'm just because the way I'm reading it, I guess. I don't know. She comes in with this character that's very popular online. I think it's great, but I do think it's probably too soon. So you're really going up against a new character and a dominating champion. This could honestly still go either way. I really think this could be a match of the night. But I am going to go with Belair. I think Bianca is still probably has at least another couple months of her title reign. And that gives time for her to build up other characters, develop other characters, and so forth. So Belair is going to keep the women's championship. Now, right now on the final card, they have Charlotte Flair versus Ripley for the women's SmackDown championship. First and foremost, Flair as a heel, babyface, is not going well. She is built as a heel. She is a great heel. I'm sick and tired of her in the title picture. We all know like how many other stars deserve a title title run and so forth. Ripley is getting over with this whole mommy storyline. You got Dom feuding with his dad. I almost want to say because of Backlash being just that Backlash from WrestleMania, because now it's called WrestleMania Backlash. These two are going to be in the SmackDown title picture again for at least one more month. My biggest fear is if Ripley wins and you have Charlotte and Ripley again next month or whenever Backlash is, you're just going to put the title back on Flair. If that's the case, please boycott WWE, because this is just too annoying. I don't think it will go that extreme, but I am predicting Ripley win. I think she'll be the SmackDown champion. You'll probably see her slowly convert to being a babyface because the gimmick of her mommy storyline with Dawn is so over. Flair would probably return as a heel. That's just her natural position. But we'll see. This could be starting night number 2 or on night number 2. You have Gunther versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. Here's my problem. Here's what kind of makes this predicting. You got 2 stars in that match that are already developed a feud with each other of them. Like, oh no, you're taking my spot. Even though we're bros, you take my spot, I take your spot, blah, blah, blah. Their feud is more focused, is the main focus point in this match, not the Intercontinental title. Intercontinental Championship is just thrown in. I'm going to predict Gunther winning this match. Here's why. Sheamus and Drew is going to be too worried about beating each other after they try to pin Gunther and get the title for themselves that they're just going to beat each other up for the rest of the night. Because now you can't take away from what Gunther can do in the match as well. So they are going Gunther's going to win the match, and this feud between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre is going to blow up, and it will be a match on Backlash. So, winner, Gunther. Edge versus Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor. I'm going with Edge as the winner. Why I am picking him? So I just feel like Finn is the leader, but he's not over as the leader. Right now, Rhea is carrying Judgment Day. I really think so. I have to see more of Finn to be confident that he should be in singles matches by himself without Judgment Day interfering and playing a role in it. Edge, Hell in Cell, I'm going with Edge. I hope this closes out all the feuds with Edge, and so Edge can move on to something else, and then Judgment Day or Finn can move on to something else as well. I mean, it's a storyline that's been building for months upon months, but it's just like, please, let it go. And that's where we're at. So Edge is going to get the victory. The Women's Showcase Tag Team match. My God. You got Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. I'm going with Liv. I'm going to say her and Raquel are going to win. It seems like they are developing a decent tag team. Everybody else, Natalie and Natalia and Shotzi is like thrown in, so you know that. Liv Morgan is kind of over. That's why I'm going with her. But Raquel Rodriguez is just not there for me. I know to say Chelsea and Sonya is a throw-in team because Chelsea now has been kind of being paired with Carmella on Raw, so that's probably this is just a throw-in. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, I would love to see them when they get these women tag teams actually going up. I think they'll get a tag team bout. It would be crazy to go Ronda and Shayna versus Becky and Lita at SummerSlam. Don't be surprised if that doesn't happen. For now, though, I'm giving it to Liv and Raquel, and they'll probably do a storyline between Ronda's team and Liv's team to kind of build up for that WrestleMania hype, because you do have a potential great match in the making between Shayna and Ronda versus Becky and Lita. Next, you got the men's showcase. Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. I'm going to have the Street Profits winning this match. They are over with the fans. They've been over with the fans. They got some great talent between the two that they deserve to win this match. This is a showcase, and I get it. You want all the talent on the roster to showcase their skills. Of those teams, as a collective team, I do think the Street Profits has the most talent. The Viking Raiders, to me, is a boring, stupid gimmick. And I know that, hey, like the people with Sarah Logan and all that, that's their way of life. I'm not bashing their personal lives for doing that. But they are a slow, clunky team, but WWE apparently must invest a lot of money in to make you seem like they're anything better than a couple of overweight guys moving around. And though they can be athletic at times, they're not giving me anything exciting except maybe once a blue moon big man does a flip off the ropes, which is exciting. But if you're giving me a 20-minute match, I don't see them getting anything. The Street Profits, however, deserves this win. They can make any match exciting with their explosive offense and their different styles and high-flying styles as well. Street Profits should and will get this win. Okay. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going back and forth on this match. Here's why. This is also going to take place before Cody versus Roman. I think the winner of this match will dictate the winner of Cody Rhodes' match. Here's why. I do think they've been teasing the idea of maybe somebody else being the leader. And the only reason why Roman is the leader is because of the title. But now let's take those titles off. Roman is being predicted to be in the Backlash match for the titles, which is supposed to be a three-way. Rumor is supposed to be Cody versus Roman versus Seth for the titles. Let's say that's true. I think if the rumors are true that Roman's is going to take some time off, maybe until SummerSlam, and obviously he's been on a part-time schedule. I hate the titles being on a part-time worker. I think you kind of you're going to have to say, okay, if I want to predict Cody to win, the Usos are going to win, and that's where my prediction is going. The Usos versus Kevin and Sami, you're going to have the Usos winning, and then you'll start to see a power struggle within the bloodline. Next match, Ray versus Dom. Father and son. A year almost into the building. I think Dom is... people just don't care about him. I think he probably doesn't have that full work ethic that Ray had to get over. He's lazy in the ring. When he came in 2019, being a young buck, there was some excitement behind him. At least how he performed in the match, but I don't think the crowd ever got behind him. I think it was like Ray. And even at times, the crowd with Ray was like, yeah. This exciting storyline of dad versus son, it makes it exciting, but is Dom exciting to watch? No. It's more of Ray in the storyline that's carrying this feud, not Dom. This should be a good one, because I do think Ray is probably teaching his son a hell of a lot behind the scenes to get him ready for this match and be at WrestleMania. But I'm still giving it to Rey Mysterio. Hall of Famer now. Congratulations to him, by the way. A good career. A good in wrestling as a whole. Final match, Roman versus Cody Rhodes. As I said when I was talking about the Usos, Usos are going to win, therefore I have to say Cody's going to win, and you're going to start to see a power struggle. Now, you can have Roman take a week off and get back in the title picture for a Backlash to prove that it was a fluke, blah, 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 and so forth. And then have him lose and go on, have the bloodline turn on him and he gets kicked out, or he goes into hiding until SummerSlam. Then he comes back, kicks somebody's ass. The problem is, you have him going up against Cody, and you're trying to tell a story of Cody. And, I think they might have hinted that they're still iffing in where Cody goes, my father's not showing up. But if you watch the earlier promos, he's preaching the story that, his family never got this title, he's going for this title. So if he falls on his face and you set him up to lose, I think you're going to kill his momentum. I think he needs the titles to stay over when the dust settles of his return and how all the storyline goes up. So I'm going with Cody. I hope it goes with Cody. I am tired of the titles being on a part-timer. That is my predictions. 13 matches. Let's see if I can go 13-0, 10-3. 10-3 is the ballpark. Let's do 10-3. Until next time, bye-bye.